Hello, hello, hello everybody, and welcome if you're new here, and welcome back if you're a current subscriber or see my previous videos. My name is Adriana, I'm a certified personal trainer, and here on my YouTube channel I talk about PCOS, I share at-home/gym workouts, I start incorporating a little bit more vlogs in my YouTube channel to get to know me a little bit better, and kind of see how I structure my days or when certain events happen in my life, I record foods I like to make, whether it's for my meal prep or in moderation. Today I'm making a tuna salad. This is a food I eat in moderation. I don't make it quite often, but I've been craving it for the past few weeks. I already have the eggs parboiling behind me, so there's 4 of those. If you hear any weird background noise, that's because there is a festival going on my street. So you may hear some loud music as it's starting to pick up more as the day is going in deeper. It's about 3:30 right now. So yeah, it's starting to pick up a little bit more, and I'm sure it's gonna be going on until about 10 p.m. That's usually when street festivals end here in Chicago. So if you hear that, or you hear like my neighbors rummaging around, it's because of the festivities. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this recipe. Alrighty. Like I said, I already have 4 eggs boiling right behind me. Just makes the process easier when I'm making this. It's the first thing I start on, just because once they boil, you gotta let them cool off. But with that being said, I already drained 2 cans of tuna that was in water. I believe they're the 16-ounce can. Let me double check that. Nope, I lied. It's the 12-ounce can. But it's already been drained, and I have it, get the tuna chunks in the water, not the oil. So I already drained it and patted it dry. So I have my mixing spoon already in here. I'm gonna move that off to the side. Here I'm gonna use 2 stalks of celery. I already washed this. What we wanna do is cut these ends off because we don't need them. Cut that off as well. I'm gonna cut off these leaves too because we don't need them. And cut off this. Put that off to the side because we're gonna discard it. But we're gonna go ahead and cut the celery down its length a few times because you want small pieces of it, nothing too major. Like so. Pull that apart. Do it to the other celery as well. I like to cut it on an angle if I can. Oh, this one came out kind of weird. So I'm gonna cut this one down the middle once again. Maybe I need a different knife. Same thing here. Whoops. And this is also quite a bigger piece. Not the best, cutting things are on a curve. Now what I'm going to do is grab my celery, not celery, celery, and cut into pieces. Want them relatively thin, like so. All right, now that we've cut our celery into pieces, we're going to go ahead and add it into the same bowl as our tuna. So we want to go ahead and scoop all that up, and I got a piece of hair stuck in my mouth as I'm talking. That's why I had it tied back, but my bangs got in my mouth. So I'm going to go ahead, scoop all of that up, and move on to the next step. And I'll discard that as well. Okay, on to the next step. Here I have 4 baby Kosher dill pickles. And what we're gonna do with these, ooh, I didn't realize I had some celery still stuck onto this knife. Go ahead, cut it, because we gotta dice these up. So we're gonna cut down in the middle once again. And of course, some of these pickles are pretty curvy. I could definitely hear people screaming in the background. I think there's like live music going on. I'll check it out later on. See how much energy I have. But now that we have our pickles cut in half twice, we're going to go ahead and dice them into small pieces like so. So you see how small they are? Let's go ahead and do that. All right, so I have these ingredients in here. The only thing we're waiting on for is our eggs. They're still boiling. They should boil for about 8 minutes roughly, and then we're gonna allow them to cool off. So once they're done boiling, they're cooled off and I have them peeled, we'll move on to the next steps. Alrighty, so I peeled the eggs. They're still kind of warm and that's okay. They're not hot though. So what we wanna do is actually slice them in half, like so, and remove that yolk out because we're going to discard the yolk. Unless you decide on making yourself like holiday sauce, then go ahead. But that's not on today's prepping. All right, now we discarded the yolks as best as we can. We're going to go ahead and start slicing our eggs into thin pieces like so, down its length. I don't recommend going down its width. And of course, if you want to make more room on your cutting board, you could just start dicing these eggs up like so. Alrighty, now that we have our main ingredients here in the bowl, I'm gonna go ahead and grab some salt, add that in here. Along with some cracked black pepper. Okay, now when it comes to the mayonnaise, I don't have an exact measurement, but I always do a large tablespoon like so. Kind of put it in there, do 2 of those, because again, mayonnaise goes a long way. In these recipes, put that off to the side. I already have a spoon there. So I'm gonna go ahead and start mixing everything. For the first time I made this recipe, like years ago, when I started living on my own, because this is something my mom would always would make, and I loved it. I completely forgot to put mayonnaise in here, and I was like eating it, and I'm like, why is this so dry? And then I call my mom. I'm like, Mom, why the hell did my tuna salad come out dry? She's like, did you put mayonnaise? I'm like, no. Well, there's the answer. I like this because it's a high source of protein in a salad, especially if I have like a busy week coming up. This is one of the reasons I made it, outside of me craving it like crazy, is because I could eat this within 10 minutes and get a sufficient amount of protein in and keep moving along with training my clients and my busy schedule. Perfect, and it's pretty much ready to be served at this point. If you're not gonna eat it right away, you wanna wrap it in a container that's sealed and put it in your refrigerator. And our tuna salad is ready, and I'm excited to have it, because again, I've probably mentioned it multiple times in this video. I've been craving it, and I know it's gonna be good. I love it so much. I grew up eating it, so love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It reminds me of my childhood, except when you eat a piece of bread, but I can't have too much bread because it upsets my stomach, except for the one I like to buy, which is, I have it on deck, this one. But of course with PCOS, I do watch my carb intake, so that one I usually eat for breakfast, or I may just stick to my oats in the morning, just having a slice of bread with this as a snack. Again, I mentioned earlier, I like this, and one of the reasons I made it, outside of me craving it, is because I do have a busy week coming up, so this would be like perfect between clients. When I'm in a time rush, it takes 10 minutes, I'll eat my portion of salad, so maybe I'll do like 5-6 ounces of it, eat it, I get a good amount of protein, my energy comes back up, and I can keep going on with my day. But if you've enjoyed this recipe and you want to support my channel, I recommend hitting that like and subscribe button. It's a free way to show me support and to continue my growth on this channel. So continue making videos just like this, along with at-home/gym workouts, talking about PCOS topics and certain vlogs as well. And if you do make this recipe, go ahead and let me know in the comments of what you think of it. I love hearing feedback. But with that being said, I'll see you in the next video. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video, and hopefully it won't be a giant festival going on by that time, but we'll see.